going on, dudes and dudettes? So yes, the USC women's basketball team did play last night, the number 10 women's basketball team in the country, and they beat up a team in Moyne. I never really heard of that team, but yeah, they definitely beat them pretty badly, 93-42. And Juju Watkins, the star freshman, had 35 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 steals. And then also last week, I forgot to mention that she was named the Pac-12 Freshman of the Week, so it's looking like it's going to be another Freshman of the Week for her going into this week with already a big-time start. Even though it was a crappy, competition, a crappier team she was playing, she still stepped up and had a bunch of crazy stats, so good for her. And then also the men's basketball team does play tonight. I think I got like 3 teams playing tonight. They are making like 1 day a week, like where everybody's playing, which sucks, but I'll get into those games later. But yeah, the men's played UC Irvine tonight, most likely around 7 on the Pac-12 network. So looking forward to checking in on that, seeing how they do. They should get that victory, but you'll just have to wait and see on the next video or so, whether it's the next day or two, depending on how much news I get for tomorrow. So we'll see what happens with that. And Mekhi Blackmon, the ex-USC defensive back who was drafted by Minnesota, was recently, according to PFF, the 7th highest graded defensive player in all of the NFL last week when it came to rookies. That's pretty cool for him. I think it's because he had his first career interception and did pretty well throughout that game also. So congrats to him. Definitely, one of the better players. He definitely grew up a lot while at USC. He progressed very well. He was a lot better than what I thought he was going to be, and then especially still getting drafted that high and contributing as a rookie in the NFL already. It's pretty cool for him. An ex-USC player, Clay Matthews, linebacker / edge player, who's pretty much well known for playing with the Green Bay Packers in his career in the NFL. Well, he's going to be inducted in their 2024 Hall of Fame for the Green Bay Packers. I'm pretty sure he's going to get into the Hall of Fame at some point in the regular NFL, but that's pretty cool. He already got into the Green Bays, so that's awesome for him. So congrats, Clay Matthews Jr. And then yes, the Chargers. So I'm going to be talking about a lot of losses. There's a lot of losses this last weekend, but hopefully I'll get through this video fast. So yes, the Chargers did end up losing to the Detroit Lions 41-38 on a last second field goal. The defense was just horrible. Yes, Herbert finally looked like he stepped up, even though he threw a bad interception early in the game, but he still scored 38 points and they still lost. So I don't know what the heck's going on. Keenan Allen did go off, but he was in and out of the game twice due to injury, and somehow, even when he came back from one of those injuries, he still caught a touchdown, but still not enough apparently. So we'll see what ends up going. Both the GM and head coach have not been fired yet, so I'm pretty sure it's going to go through the rest of the season that same way. So just have to wait and see, I guess, from them. But yes, Herbert is still making history. It's kind of tough to talk about, the type of history he's making when it's, coming after losses and them having a bad season so far, according to us Chargers fans. But yeah, I believe when it came to one of the stats, he was the quickest quarterback in NFL history to reach 1,500 completions for his career. And then he also has the most passing yards through his first 4 seasons as a quarterback. I think Peyton Manning is second on that list, so he's obviously going to break that record even more with 6, 7 games left. I forget how many games there are left in the regular season, but yeah, he's going to definitely add to that, hopefully, and be a harder record to get in someone's first 4 years. But maybe that rookie down in Houston, CJ Stroud, he's been pretty good so far. He's already semi in the NFL MVP conversations, and not even just rookie of the year. He's probably already sewn that up, especially on the offensive side. But yeah, overall, like I said, it's tough to talk about good stats and career stats and all that stuff, but at least they got that. At least Herbert did, so we'll see what happens the rest of the way for them. And Duke football, yes, the big rivalry matchup against North Carolina. It definitely lived up to the hype. I was in and out of it because every time I felt like I would rewatch it again because Duke either took the lead and late in the game somehow, or they were coming back, and then all of a sudden North Carolina was doing good, so I just kept switching back and forth with that and the Oregon game on Saturday. But yeah, once I saw they went into overtime, I'm like, yeah, I can't watch. So sadly, yes, they did lose in double overtime to North Carolina, like 47-45. So I'm sure they weren't able to convert on their 2-point conversion, but they're down to their third string quarterback. Duke is who is a true freshman, so he's not even like a redshirt guy. A lot of injuries throughout, and they still took that North Carolina team to the brink. So either way, still very proud of these guys. It just kind of sucks after that type of performance, that especially because after this Saturday, it was a pretty crazy college football Saturday because a big time head coach did get fired in Jimbo Fisher from Texas A&M, and that's a whole other situation which I won't get into because it's too long. But a lot of coaches are already being up for that head coaching job, including Duke's head coach Mike Elko, and it's I'm only kind of worried just because I believe that's where he came from. He was a offensive line or some other type of assistant out there for Jimbo Fisher, one of the coaches at Texas A&M, before he took the job at Duke, and he was a really good recruiter. So him just going back and being able to keep a lot of those guys on the team and them not transferring out, or a lot of guys committing to there because they knew him and built up relationships with him already in the past, is probably a better thing than them getting some other guy. So I'm hoping he stays because he is one of the better coaches out there, in my opinion. Especially, he's been a big bright spot for Duke. But yeah, as of right now, it looks like I think he's going to be gone if I had to bet any money on it. So hoping for the best, but yeah, either way, we'll see what ends up happening. But either way, Duke will probably get another good coach because of what he's already been able to build up and the momentum they have. So kind of looking forward to what they have in their bright future. The Anaheim Ducks recently played 2 games since I last spoke to you, or kind of. But yes, they did get that first victory the other night, 4-1 against the San Jose Sharks, which was nice. But then they did lose last night to the Philadelphia Flyers, 3-6. But luckily, rookie Leo Carlson, I believe he was the first-round pick this year, had his first career hat trick. But sadly, no one else was able to put up a score for him as well. I think that's all they ended up doing. But yeah, overall, I guess it's nice that your rookie got that. He's playing well already, because it seemed like some of the other rookies they selected that high kind of took a while to start to get going in the NHL, even in their first year. Like, you didn't really hear about them till like way later into the season. But at least this is a little bit of a bright spot, going 1-1 the past 2 games. They've been pretty good so far. So haven't really checked out the standings, but it's still pretty early. As long as they can somehow make it into the playoffs, no matter what, I think that'll be a nice victory for them. If they could go far, even better, which I doubt. But as long as you can make it to the playoffs, then I think that would be cool for them. And yes, Duke basketball played Friday night, a big matchup against another ranked team in Arizona, and sadly they lost that game 73-78. It was close, but for some reason it always seems like Arizona has Duke's number, even in the tournament and stuff like that. So hoping to not see them down in the future of this year, but of the season. But yeah, because of that loss, Duke dropped down all the way to number 9, which kind of sucked, but you're still within the top 9, inside the top 10, so that's still pretty good. And I guess the only bright spot, I mean, there weren't that many bright spots. I mean, Kyle Filipowski did play well, and some of the other guys needed to step up, but they really couldn't. And Mark Mitchell had a couple of nice open shots that he missed, and that was his first game returning back, and he was a bit up and down, but yeah, I just hope they can figure it out for tonight's game. But I believe during that game, the senior Jeremy Roach reached 1,000 career points, which is pretty cool, because when it comes to Duke players, you don't really see many of them get to that mark, because a lot of them don't stay past, their first or second year, especially the good ones. But luckily, he's been around for 4 to 5 years and was able to reach that accomplishment for him, so that's pretty good for him as well. And then I wanted to get to other guys, because I know Mark Williams recently in the NBA, he went off. He had 21 points, 24 rebounds, and I think 3 assists as well for the Charlotte Hornets while he's playing in the NBA right now in his second year. So yeah, he's been doing really good. I have him on my fantasy basketball team, so he's been a nice late pick get for my team, so definitely very happy about that. And then the other day, I think it was actually yesterday, Monday, where Duke had a couple more official signing commitments from guys early. Yes, they had Con Canuple, who was a guy that was kind of teetering because they didn't know if they were going to add someone else, and he was just going to be pushed down the roster. So people thought he wasn't going to sign, but he did officially sign. And then Isaiah Evans as well, another guy who people thought was going to sway somewhere else because of how much talent there was. Supposedly did sign, but when it comes to Evans and Cooper Flagg, the number one guy, when I put up that Con Canuple graphic, that's from the Duke X account, X Twitter, and that means it's official to me when they do a graphic like that. But for both Evans and Cooper Flagg, they have not done that yet. So I'm just wondering if it is 100% official. There is video of them signing something at some type of ceremony, but you never know if it is 100% official or not until Duke or USC does that with a lot of their, social media stuff. So I'm still not 100% sure if those guys, like I said, are officially signed or not, but hoping for the best and definitely looking forward to the game tonight against number 18 Michigan State, I believe it is, because they lost in their first week last week as well, but they lost to a way worse team in James Madison, or at least an unranked team. I don't know how bad they are, but yeah, they did lose pretty badly at home, so hoping that, they get this win in a neutral site in Chicago. It'll be a nice little mini tournament out there, and hopefully they'll be able to get it out there on ESPN. So the other day, the Lakers somehow beat the Suns. I stopped watching that game because I just felt that the Lakers were going to lose that game, and then of course they come back as I stopped watching in the fourth quarter, and luckily got that victory, and Cam Reddish played well down the stretch in that game, also hit a big three towards the end of the game. That was a game that LeBron was maybe not going to play, but he did play, luckily, and they were still able to get that first in-season tournament victory. It's just a new NBA in-season thing where it still counts towards your regular scheduled games that are already there, but they just pick, like, okay, this one is going to be part of that tournament, then this one a week later will be part of that tournament, whatever. And then whoever has the best record of that gets to go to Vegas and have like a one extra game on your season. It doesn't count towards the record, but you'll have a one game playoff where you'll play that other team that has the highest whatever from the other groups and see who wins that mini tournament to basically get, $500,000 cash and a little mini trophy, I guess. It's something like a lot of the European soccer leagues do, like a mid-season tournament. Don't really know how, important that is. You probably just want to win the main one, but I guess to some players it'll be more important because probably that's doubling up their salary in the NBA. So either way, they are 1-0 as of right now, and I believe I think it was Sunday they played the Portland Trailblazers, and they ended up getting that victory as well, 116-110 without LeBron. He did sit out that game. Anthony Davis had 30 points, 13 rebounds, and 3 blocks. Cam Reddish once again stepped up with 18 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 steals. Obviously, the ex-Duke player has been proving pretty well for them, and obviously on a steal because they got him on like those veteran minimum deals, so he's not really like on a big contract, so that's good for them, but might be bad too at the end of the season when they might have to pay him. But he's still young enough and an ex-first round pick that you might want to spend the money on him, just be able to keep him on the roster and maybe use him as a trade asset later if he ends up not performing well. But they did unveil their new, I guess because a lot of the games for this in-season tournament are going to have like special courts, so you know exactly that you're watching an in-season tournament game. And the Lakers just recently unveiled theirs last night, and they're going to be playing on it tonight. I forget who they're playing. It could be New Orleans, could be Memphis, whatever. But yeah, either way, it looks kind of cool. It kind of looks like the NBA championship when you put that thing in the middle. It looks like the finals when you're playing in the finals games. But yeah, either way, hoping for a win. Should be an interesting matchup either way. So yeah, those are the 3 teams. I think it's like USC basketball, Duke basketball, and Lakers. And yeah, luckily the USC women's played last night, so I don't have to worry about having to check what they ended up doing or not. But yeah, either way, looking forward to tonight's matchups. And then to end off with some miscellaneous news, I believe there are rumors coming out of Disney and some other trade places that Michael B. Jordan is in talks or in rumors to be playing the live-action Hercules in the Disney's live remake, because all they've been doing really is remaking a lot of their animated classics, and a lot of people were interested in this, but I didn't know if Michael B. Jordan can sing, because I know it was a musical in the animated film, and obviously he could physically do it if you've seen him in the Creed movies and some other movies he's done. But yeah, singing wise, I don't know. We'll see what he can do. If he's considered one of the top actors, I guess you gotta learn how to sing like how they used to do in the 40s, 50s, and all those eras, those actors and stuff. So we'll see. It could be pretty interesting if it does become true or not. So yes, thanks for watching, people. Like and subscribe. Comment down below. Let me know what y'all think. Have a great rest of your day. Bye. Good luck to my team tonight.